Mandem podcast, episode 204. Another week of course.
Yeah.
We are back.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Come on.
I wasn't too sure about the 204.
I was shaky still. I was
low-key blagging. 204?
Yeah, 204. So
Oh.
How we living, boys? How we living?
Good, man. Good. Can't complain, man. It's been a decent week. Sun's been shining a bit. The gym routine is really in full effect. Little link up in the park yesterday. No, all good, man. Can't complain.
Yeah, man.
You know.
Yeah, same. Likewise. Yeah. Gym, back in the gym. Another week playing football as well. And then, like Dan said, man linked up yesterday in the park.
You won as well. You won as well at football.
Yeah. Good little result there. Obviously, Les let us down last minute and that.
Apologies, man. Apologies. Yeah, busy week for me this week, man.
But it worked out for you in the end. I saw some good stuff this morning.
Yeah. Had a work event, and it was hosted by Jimmy Carr, on the Friday. So, and I was a part
in
of
person, man.
No, virtual.
Okay.
But was he on like a Zoom meeting? Like he just
Basically,
logged on his email. Like
Yeah, I was gonna say you got his email address.
I'm gonna have to find it. Yeah,
Just hit man up.
But yeah, Zoom virtual quiz thing, and he was giving out prizes as well. And I won an iPad, so that was decent, man.
Oh,
How did you win that? From like a quiz or just like a random?
Nothing. I literally my internet connection was like fucking up, so I like logged out. Then I logged back in. As soon as I've logged back in, he was like, "Oh, who's Leslie?" And I was like, "Oh, me." And then the question was, because he was taking a piss out of like marketing. He was like, "Are you a creative or a conehead?" And I was like, "Oh, I'm a conehead." And he was like, "You said that with a bit too much confidence." And I was like, "You got to know where you stand in life, Jimmy." And he's like, "That's good." And he's like, off the back of that, he was like, "Do you have an iPad?" And I was like, "No, I don't have one." He was like, "Well, you do now." So I was like, "Okay."
That's deep, man.
It's like cold.
you say you try to hit him with a little bit of confidence, Les.
Yeah.
You have to.
These comedians, they'll chew you up if they get a chance, man.
Yeah, no, he was
blood, man.
Yeah, he was going in on certain man. And one of the boys that recommended me, I'm quite close with at work, and I think they had to give like, not secrets, but like a few things about that person.
Some trivia, yeah.
So I was a little bit weren't sure what man had said about me, but none of it came up, which was.
Oh, you didn't get fried, yeah?
Nah, I was cool, man. Some other man did, so let them do that. I'll take the iPad and keep it cool.
That's a big win. Have anyone been to a comedy show before? Cause you see me, I'm not on it.
I've been to a few.
I've been to Mo the Comedian's the only one that I've been to, and that was good fun, man.
I haven't, but I'm on it though. You mean a more like sort of intimate one, innit? Than where they can get on you.
Yeah, comedy club and that.
Yeah.
I've been to one. I've been to a couple. I've seen man die on stage.
I heard it's like a good date, Rich.
It's I tell you what. The first time. Well, no, I've been to like Dave Chappelle a couple of times. But, the first one like I went to that was like amateur. Some girl took me to. She took me on a date.
Yeah.
And where was it? It was in Islington. It was in some. I don't know if it was like an open mic thing, but it was like it's weird. I think the place might be called the Attic or something like that. So it's in a like a pub, and then upstairs they do comedy.
Okay.
Got like triangular roof and that. And that was very decent. We weren't sitting too far.
Yeah, where did you sit?
I might have been like row 5 or maybe 8. So it wasn't too bad, and it was dark and that. But the next one I went to, it was peak, man.
Man, getting onto man.
No, the comedian wasn't like.
He was shit.
Or like he was a bad man.
No.
And like it was like I don't know, it might have been like black or mixed race or whatever. There was a few comedians that came on. Like the main guy, like the host or whatever, he was kind of funny, but even he was forcing it. And it was like, it was in the city. So all the people were corporate bar, the people I was with.
Okay.
And like... saying you lot are busting up.
No, we're not even busting up. He's the guy, the youth's dying on stage.
Yeah.
And we're at the front. But he's like, oh, that's the urban lot. Like, so he's trying to like, he's looking for some friends here. But I can't help you, Dread. I can't help, man. It's not banging, and it was so painful, bruv. Like after, I was like, I'm gonna give him a hug, man. I just wanted to hug the person who died, like, and he went off. He had to come back. It was awful. It was awful, so bad.
If it was the Apollo, the Sandman would have come out and swept him up.
Oh yeah, early. It was cringe, man. Like, there's nothing worse than, like, especially if you're close. Like, if it's a big thing, it's a big stadium, and a manager, then you can just bust at him.
Yeah. Everyone can feel it, and you can feel everyone's.
The tension in the room. Mad.
Yeah, that's awkward. Yeah,
it's an experience still.
My boys at work, they're always like, go on a little date to this like comedy club, and I always say to my girl, I'm like, maybe we should go. But I'm just like, because I just know something will happen. I'm gonna turn up 3-4 minutes late.
And you're gonna end up on stage like.
You just get ridiculed, man.
If they get on to you, I'll be busting up first, but you carry on. I'm like, bro, like.
I know.
You see Mike, yeah? Mike will actually bust out that.
God, I can see it getting mad.
Bro, it's funny at first, isn't it? But
there's only so long you can like laugh, innit? Like,
Like, but if you go on a date, you're a thing and you're getting rained on.
Nah, be safe.
The thing is, you have to firm it. Like, you can't, if you take it too to heart, like, you're a weakling to her. Like, if she's like, oh, he's a chief, he's too sensitive.
Yeah.
And also, I feel like comedians know when they've got you. So if you try to push back a bit.
I was gonna say, should you maybe try and say something back?
I wouldn't.
You should.
So yesterday, not in preparation, but I was thinking, if Jimmy comes with any mad lines, have I got anything in the arsenal to come back with?
This is what I was about to say.
In my head, I was thinking, because it was a selected panel, but then the people who aren't, like, the rest of the company are watching us.
Oh, man.
So, like, my whole team, managers, everyone in the company is watching. So if he comes with something heavy and you ain't got the quick comeback, it could be peak. So in my head, I was thinking, if he says anything, just laugh it off.
Do
and then keep him.
Because you might be able to say one or two things, but then he might come back with 4 or 5.
Bro, you have to understand, if you're going against a comedian, you're fighting a heavyweight champion.
You're not going to fight AJ.
Pushes you.
You're not going to
just
fight.
Gotta hold it.
And the thing with him yesterday, like, I've always rated comedians, but seeing him interact and spin off, like, because someone will say something and he'll come back with something sharp. It's not written down, it's not rehearsed, he doesn't know us.
Pure wit.
Then so you kind of have the appreciation for the skill in being able to do that. And that's that. I appreciate that. Was good to see yesterday.
They can count at everything. They're cold, man.
Yeah.
Maybe when things open up, I might venture there, but I just need to get there early, because if I get there late, I'm not
what was the one back in the day? Comedy Club or something like that?
Yeah, I think we went to Kojo's Comedy Club.
I went to one of Kojo's thing on a Sunday, but like he invited me and Sharif went, invited us, so it's blessed. Like, we're not gonna get like hit up. Gone to like Kevin Hart and fucking,
which is different, isn't it? That's
some of these
show,
guys, but them little intimate ones, where man are practicing their bits and that. I'm a bit wary still.
Yeah, it's a bit mad. So got a good week all in all then. And yesterday,
Rich, any
rounded it off well.
Updates? Any scuffles?
No. I can't remember what day I come back down, but I've been in here. I'm comfy right now.
Well, you were back down last week as well.
Yeah, I was down
last
but
weekend.
I had to go back up literally after recording.
You sure you're allowed to go back to Lincoln?
I'm banned. I'm actually banned.
Something you're not telling us.
Got Asbo still. No, I'll be up there maybe this week for a little bit. I'll be back again though. But everything is good, man. It's good still.
I understand. Oh, these.
What we getting into first of all?
I feel like there's a few, or not a few. There's one, I think, big news story that's dominated the week, and that is the European Super League, the ESL. I was expecting. I was about to hit up Joe, who we had on not too long ago from Football Beyond Borders, so I was going to get him on to talk about it because he had so many thoughts and opinions and all of that. But it was a weird story because as soon as it's come, it's gone. Like, I was at work on, I think, Monday and Wednesday reporting on this story. And then by, I think it was Thursday, it was dead, which is unusual, man. Unusual, but it's blatantly been dominated. I still feel like a lot of, on the radio at least, I'm still hearing about it. What are or were your thoughts surrounding it initially? I guess at different stages.
I was against it initially. I just thought it's just more corporate greed, and I understand that the top 6 clubs are responsible for the majority of the revenue in the Prem, and then like the top teams in Europe, they're responsible for X amount of revenue and eyes across like the Champions League. But I was just thinking, like, for me, it's just more greed. I didn't like the fact that the family members can't be relegated, so it's like a closed shop, and that's like one of the basic elements of sport, like the competition and like things not being, I guess, predictable, quote unquote. And that, I weren't really for it. I weren't too passionate about it. I've seen people, online, people turning up outside stadiums and that going ham, which they're within their rights to, because I guess these clubs are all about their fans, supposedly. But then again, the other side of it is I'm not a fan of UEFA or FIFA either, because they're corrupt weirdos as well. But I'm glad that's not going ahead.
I weren't like against it if something happened, but I was saying to a couple of men yesterday, and I maintained the same thing in the group the whole time. Like, for me, the speculation was all dead. Like, man was saying this and that, this is gonna happen, that's gonna happen, it's gonna be mad. I was like, bro, like, you don't know what's gonna happen yet. If something does happen, at the moment, what they put out there, you don't know if it's true, or that's probably gonna change at some stage anyway because of all the uproar. So everyone was getting up in a fuss, and then it was dead in 2 days. Like, it was all a bit, all a bit mad for me.
Yeah, for me, it seemed like it was such a big story. It almost didn't make sense. Like, it just came out.
Nothing official came out. Like,
what was it like?
It was chat.
Sunday night. I guess
Sunday, during the
official
United.
Official in the sense of them making
the story broke.
Them not making a statement or whatever they said. But it was just, it happened so quick. Maybe you just didn't have the time to process the information. It was just like, and I was saying in one of the groups that I don't think this will ever happen.
Yeah, I was saying, just wait and see what happens, and then we can talk about it after.
Yeah, so I wasn't running around and saying this is nuts, this is crazy, like, fuck them, fuck FIFA, UEFA. Like, it was just like, let's see what happens. But I don't think anything will happen. So let's just ride it out. And 2 days later, a couple hours later, it was done.
And if it did happen, I weren't like mad about it anyway. It would actually be decent. I agree with you about the relegation thing. I think that's a bit mad. I get it to an extent, but I think 20 years or whatever it was is way too long.
Years, isn't it?
I think if they end up saying like, maybe for the first 5 years or something like that, for the founding members, I don't think that would have been as bad.
I think the only thing I rated, sorry, Mike, don't do
that again. Yeah.
Shut up. you were just waffling on, so I thought I'd move the conversation along. The only thing I kind of rated about it was the innovation behind it. So we've been used to the current structure of football for many years now. So it would just bring a little something different to it. But again, I agree with Dan that the competition element of the no promotion, no relegation, and I said it in the group that it's the NBA, it's the NFL,
very American,
Major League Baseball. Like, there's no tier system. We're just playing the same teams every year, and we'll just see what happens. Pretty much,
it loses its appeal as well, man. I think over time.
Does it though, Dan?
What's that, Dan? Was that loses appeal?
Its appeal. Because I'll ask, I guess Dan and Les, I think more so are probably quite big, or bigger, at least bigger than me, NFL and NBA fans. Does the threat of relegation doesn't exist there? But you lot, I'd say, are fairly passionate about following the sport and whatnot. So does it actually make a difference?
I feel like us going the change is probably where I don't like it. Where it's always been that way in NBA
Right,
and
exactly.
whatnot.
Yeah.
I feel like
That's just what it is.
Accustomed to it.
Yeah.
And yeah, I guess as it stands, you do get the same. You'll get the same teams there or thereabouts. Yeah, your Lakers, your Golden State, whatever. But I do understand what you're saying, Rich. But I think with football, I just think it would just be just repetitive. Like, oh, we'd see your team playing Barcelona, your team playing Real Madrid, like every year. And if you are one of the lesser teams, i.e. a Spurs, possibly, like, is the appeal like seeing Messi like turn you over at your home ground twice a year? Like, I don't know, man. I don't know.
But people that was coming out with that. Sorry, Rich, and saying, it's a sport, takes away the sport, winners and losers. Like, you're talking shit as well. Like, someone still finishes bottom, bro, and someone still wins the whole thing. Like, no one's trying to finish bottom.
But there's no threat in it. I feel like what makes
but still, you don't want to do that.
Any kind of bet, if you like, it's high stakes in it. What makes it more exciting?
It's not. Obviously, it is more at stake when there is relegation or whatever. But yeah, for me,
like knockout stages and stuff like that. That makes it more exciting. But yeah, my thing, like Dan said, my issues with it. I thought there was a part of me that's like, this is quite exciting, and I would kind of want to see it happen, just to see it happen.
Yeah.
So yeah, not being able to get relegated is so mad for me. Like, regardless where you finish or whatever, is absolutely bonkers. The other thing was that you couldn't compete in any other competition. He included internationals, which was
that was and UEFA,
right? Yeah, so yes.
So that again, sorry,
that wasn't the Super League rule, innit? That was
a response. That was what. So UEFA said, if you do this,
which that was never going to happen though.
No,
that would probably it would have to get.
That was never going to happen.
Well, I think that's why the Super League isn't happening. Well, one of the reasons.
The players. Well, it's a resounding no from the players. Everyone that's spoken on it has come out and said, like, no, it's not for us. And
he doesn't want to play for the national team.
The party line as well, saying, football's all about the fans. Like, I see a bit of that. But some of the hypocrisy was jokes. Like, Ander Herrera came out and was just like, no, this is terrible. And then he plays for like the Qatari,
the richest club,
a club that's not in it as well. Like, you have nothing to lose from this.
Have some unscrupulous.
That was it for me as well. When man were talking about the whole money thing, like, man, I'm surprised these people are trying to get more money as well. Like, it's everyday stuff.
Yeah.
Like, they're just trying to line up their pockets even more, and it was a substantial amount of money.
Yeah. I think it's just
big money. Yeah.
I think because it was so blatant as to what it was. Like, anyone with a head on their shoulders understands that these football clubs are making money off of predominantly us. But to say we're taking the best clubs from these top leagues and we're taking this thing and we're sitting over here, you lot can do whatever the fuck you want to do. And there's mad P, we're going to own the rights to where you watch it. We're going to own this, we're going to own that. It just became very obvious that, this is just about really the P. Whereas when it's mixed amongst the FA, La Liga, all of this mixed with different leagues and associations.
Check it though. Bro, it's still
hidden.
Just about the P. Like,
it is, but it's less blatant.
Line,
it's less blatant, that's what it is.
But it still would have, if it did go ahead, it still would have been entertaining as well as getting money. But it would have been sick. It would have been sick. Like,
I think it would have been sick for a short period of time though.
I don't know, man. I think people saying, you get sick of playing. Nah, bro.
I think so, man. I think the appeal of
no way
playing X club from X league is exciting because it doesn't happen a lot. I think the novelty wears off if that's happening every week.
But no, man, it happens.
It's a cheat meal if you
all the time in European leagues anyway. But now you're just playing more of the bigger clubs as well. So you're not just playing Barcelona. Like, Arsenal got Bayern Munich bare times in the Champions League before, yeah? And man are like, do you want to see Arsenal just play Bayern Munich again? Bro, you're playing all of them big teams all the time. Like, or it's only twice. It's not like crazy amounts anyway.
If you're winning it, then it's the appeal's there. I just don't know if you're like one of the lesser teams, and you could include Arsenal, even United in that.
Yeah, I'm not talking just from an Arsenal fan. Then I'm just talking from like a
I just
football and a
think
neutral.
I don't know. But
I think that's
I'm glad that it's not going ahead, because it just seemed like, I know football there's a massive bubble, and a lot of nonsense goes on, but it just seemed like slightly tasteless, like or distasteful. Sorry, it was just so obvious. There was no.
That's what it
nuance.
is. Yeah,
It was just a bit crass. Like they didn't even try. Like,
I mean, it being like some whole big secret as well. Was mad. I think I said it to you, Dan. Like, I was surprising. Like, there wasn't no rumors about this before, like in the coming days.
The way it didn't leak at all.
Didn't leak at all, and it seems like no one else in the clubs really knew, other than like the owners or whatever.
The league group.
Yeah.
It was mad.
It was
something.
It was quite mad.
But then I guess everyone's happy now. I guess UEFA have still got all their teams, and the teams now are still going to get the money that they want.
UEFA still in charge.
Yeah.
So what does that? Are they actually going through with the Champions League thing now? Then
I believe so.
That's happening.
So that's just an extra couple of teams or whatever it was.
Extra
36.
As opposed
to two leagues that run parallel to each other, I believe.
When's that going to start?
I think it is 2024 or 2023.
I think 2023.
Yeah.
Not next season, probably.
Season after. Yeah. But even that, players have come out and said, like, we don't want to play extra games, like. Especially if you play in the Prem where they barely get a break. It's a little bit. It's just more.
Yeah, they got to drop out.
Players
games. Not for every club, but it could be more games.
They got to drop out some international friendlies or something.
Or a League Cup here. It's mad. We probably alienated a lot of our listeners who aren't into football.
Yeah.
But I guess it's a nice explanation, because a lot of people are like, what is this Super League thing? What is this?
No, it was national news. Like everyone was talking
big
about
stuff.
It was almost like it was like the nation was in mourning almost again. Like we did Prince Philip and that, and then it's just like, our beautiful game. Like this is all weird. And Sky getting on their high horse. Like it's just a little bit.
Yeah. But people were just talking rubbish, man. Because if they flung the bag at Sky,
Sky are just protecting their own interests, isn't it?
Yeah.
It would be going to the zone or whatever.
Because thinking about Sky, if Sky could get the rights to the Super League, because they don't have the Champions League now,
they're laughing.
They're taking that. They're over there. Subscriptions go up because you got to pay for this as well as
another subscription.
Yeah, it would have been mad.
Yeah, I think people just woke up to the amount of money that they spend on football, and they was like, "Oh shit, this is fucked." Like they're trying to take more money, but they're still going to take money from you anyway.
It's just there's an element of greed, man. And like, who am I to say what is too much? But something in me said, okay, maybe this might be.
Yeah, I see people saying like, the club should reduce the price of season tickets as a sorry.
I see Chelsea suspended a price rise that they had intended to introduce maybe this for the coming season. Yeah, but they held back on it just because
suspension only,
which is all mad. It's all mad because
fake, man.
Off of the back of COVID as well, where things are being a bit mad.
But the suspension only means it's going to happen at some point.
It's just fake.
But they're probably getting some.
The idea that the fans change people's mind is just shit, man.
I don't think it was. And the actual idea of the Super League is based upon the revenue generated in like the Middle East, China, America. Like match day fans, it was kind of exposed that like your input financially isn't as big.
Don't mean much.
Yeah.
Which is a shame because it's always been about the match day.
Yeah, people go on like
heartbeat of the club and that.
It's
models change, man. It's mad.
Yeah.
But it's just all a hypothetical now, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Thankfully.
Mad.
Dead and buried quickly.
What else been going on this week?
I guess I feel like I'd say it's the second biggest news story. I feel like it would have been the first, but I feel like it kind of got buried or a bit caught up with the Super League news. Is Derrick Chauvin's trial came to its end yesterday.
Not the George Floyd trial.
No.
Not the George Floyd trial. No. But yeah, he was the man who has now been found guilty of killing George Floyd. Was it murder? Somehow he got murder and manslaughter, I think. Which I don't know how you do both, but hey, whatever, man. Throw some more years on him.
Yeah. What you got?
That came to an end. What day was it? I want to say it was Wednesday or Thursday.
I feel like it was Wednesday night.
Wednesday night.
Wednesday or Tuesday.
It was like 10 something. Yeah, UK time. And it wasn't. I wasn't following it closely because it's been going on for maybe the past 10 days prior to Wednesday. And I hadn't been paying it too much mind, but yeah, saw the verdict was coming in. Didn't somebody message that the verdict's coming in? Clicked on like BBC News or whatever, and there was a bit of like a delay. But bro, like I started feeling mad anxious. It was weird. I don't know if you lot was following closely, but just at the thought of the verdict coming up, I had mad anxiety. It was spooky, bro.
Yeah,
I didn't really understand.
You was locked in it then.
Yeah. Like soon I was like, oh shit, like, yeah, cool. I just didn't, and because it was kind of delayed as well, Rich. It was supposed to come out at maybe 9:30 our time or 10 o'clock, but it was like a little bit delayed. So I was just watching like the coverage of it and shit. And you know, it reminded me of like the OJ trial. And like how big and important that was. I'll never forget, like when that was on that trial, I was like at Richie's yard. Like I just remember being at Richie's yard and that trial going on, and like my dad coming to pick me up from Richie's, but then it's on the TV, so then we'd stay a bit longer and like it would all play out. And I was thinking, this is like a big, like momentous occasion or chapter in like American history. So yeah, I was like proper like tracking it, and I was bare anxious. All I was thinking is, what if? That's all I kept thinking.
I think like listening to you guys say that you were feeling anxious, it came to my head that you're probably feeling the thought of he might get away with this.
Yeah.
And I think with obviously everything that happened in that trial and in America afterwards, and obviously years before, there is a high chance that he could just walk.
Yeah, there was only one, I think, previous example, or one example was cited, was, I think it was a black policeman killing a white woman. And I think he was like charged and convicted. But yeah, we've seen it a million times. Like you could reel off the names like, off the top of your head, how many times they get away with it. So for us to feel anxious or think that the wrong decision might be arrived at,
it's kind of mad. Yeah,
it's understandable, man. It's mad. Did you actually see when the I guess the ruling or the verdict was like read out and like how he was reacting?
No, what?
Looking at his mask.
It was mad. It was like he was being consumed by like everything. It was bonkers. Like the eyes were just flickering and whatnot.
Yeah,
I think it just dawned on him like
it's reality.
Yeah, it's happening. And when is he sentencing?
I think I heard it was 6 to 8 weeks or something.
Remember,
maybe 8 weeks.
I feel like it was a month.
That's
8 weeks.
Time, fam.
Yeah, so a long old while, man. But what is it? Maximum 40 years, I believe he could get. But yeah, people are saying it's like justice and whatnot. But it's like it is in a sense. But yeah, it seems like this is like a massive victory when it's just so commonly not the case. And like this should probably have happened a million other times.
Yeah. It's just what should happen, isn't it?
But yeah, that was I was feeling that a bit weird. It felt like like if United are playing or something like that, like you're actually invested in the result. Like it was mad. But it seems like the right result was, or the right verdict was arrived at.
Yeah.
It's kind of quick as well.
Yeah.
So
how long did the trial go on for? Like it felt like 2 weeks, 2 weeks and a bit.
10 days.
I don't know. I felt like it was 2 weeks, 4 weeks, but I'm not sure. Yeah,
10 days. I wasn't giving it too much attention, to be fair.
Like that. But yeah, man. I guess it rounds up. What is it? It's just less than a year. I think it was about 11. It was May, wasn't it?
Yeah, about a year.
I think it was May. Yeah,
or thereabouts. Anyway, yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy.
It's good to see like a conclusion to it. Like again, long road to justice or whatever, but this kind of chapter we can kind of conclude it, I think.
Yeah, his family showed like bare grace like throughout the whole thing, and like the way his brothers have been speaking after and whatnot. I don't think I'd have that same grace in those situations, in those settings. But it's cold. But yeah, I guess from a mad situation, I guess he's now immortalized as the guy who seems to have gotten justice.
Yeah.
We say that, but I guess is it Dante Wright as well? Who's like a new case. I believe he was shot when the police officer took out her taser. What was her taser?
This happened a couple of weeks ago, isn't it?
Yeah. So it's not all rosy just yet.
That was a female officer?
Yeah. She said she thought she was taking her taser out. But it just happened to be a gun.
Yeah, it's strange that within that week, well, it's like been this week, I think, or maybe in the last, let's say, 10 days, that I've just seen these stories just popping up all over the place. And with a police officer making that mistake, you think what happened with George Floyd would be an example to police officers to think twice about some of the decisions that they're making. But it just doesn't seem that way. It just seems like everything's business as usual. We're not cautious about anything. We're not double thinking about the context of a scenario that we're in. We're just doing things the same way we've always done. And I don't know, maybe thinking, yeah, we're police, so we're cool. We'll get away with it. Or
we always get away with it.
I mean, that's what history shows you, isn't it? Like that's what.
Yeah.
You look at what's happened. That could easily happen again. You can't make like it's a fatal mistake. That's mad. Like we all make mistakes at work, innit? But I don't think anyone's died as a result. So,
but everyone makes mistakes.
Fair enough.
Work,
you made a mistake,
you're not in a profession like being a
where you can make those.
Where if you make
afforded to make. I can miss a digit on a spreadsheet or send the wrong email to the wrong person or call someone the wrong name.
Hi Jane, it's Janet.
Yeah. We can afford to do that because no life is being lost at the end of it. But you can't be in this profession and be like, I made a mistake, I made an error, because
we just crack on.
Yeah, that's
no. I'm saying it can happen, but you just have to now face the consequences. Like there should be no. It is what it is, isn't it? Just you got to deal with it now. So I'm sorry you made that mistake. I wish you didn't. Someone's now lost their life. Deal with the consequences. It's quite black and white.
And I hope there's consequences to begin with.
Yeah,
what is going on with that?
I'm not sure. I just know that his funeral was like maybe the day after.
Oh wow, yeah.
I think the verdict, yeah. So I guess that one will run. But yeah, hopefully it gets the coverage that it needs and justice, whatever that is served, man. It's not cool, man, at all.
Yo, man, I'll be back in a second. Yo, boys, listen up. Thanks to our sponsor, Manscaped, you can now trim below the belt safely and efficiently with no nicks and no horrible cuts. Manscaped are global leaders in men's below-the-waist grooming. I have an exclusive offer for you. Use the code Mandem20. That's Mandem20 to get 20% off plus free shipping at manscaped.com. Now, don't say we don't ever do anything for you guys. Manscaped are changing the game with below-the-waist grooming, but they're also here to help you with above-the-waist holes too. The premium Manscaped Weed Whacker is a nose and ear hair trimmer that uses skin-safe technology, so it's proper stuff, to help prevent any nicks, cuts, and nasty tags, to maximize your confidence and provide proper hygiene. So no more intruding nostrils on these kind of video chats. Keep looking fresh and feeling fresh this spring as well with the new refined cologne by Manscaped. This will really, really, really take your grooming to the next level. It's light, it's approachable, and will keep you smelling like a gentleman at the next socially distanced link up. So again, don't forget, that's Mandem20, and we'll give you 20% off plus free shipping just when you go to manscaped.com. Boys, always make sure you're using the right tools for this job. Now I've got to get back to this episode.
What is next on the agenda?
I guess it's like a more of a light-hearted, in some sense, topic from fellow podcaster Fred Santana from the 90s Baby Show.
Yeah.
He sent out a tweet this week, and the tweet verbatim is booked a table for dinner at Madison. This is Madison, London, Madison Rooftop. But they didn't let us in because they said we didn't have any women with us. They still charged us £100 for the booking though. So black men can't go out for a simple meal these days. Angry face emojis.
Oh, so it's like a deposit.
Yes.
Okay.
And this is the unspoken discrimination that many of us endure from 18 onwards. That you cannot, or
you have to have
in
girls.
a lot of experiences, you can't just go as a group of guys and enjoy
Anywhere.
Anything. Yeah.
It's actually mad that sometimes, I've been out before, like back in the day when we first started going out, or whatever, and you be in the line and you start hearing them being, is it all guys or you got any girls with you? You'll be looking and be like, come in with us, or like, just come in with us, like that's it.
Yeah, it's actually fucking mental. Like you got worried. Yeah, guys have to worry about what they're wearing, if it's suitable for this place.
And where man would wear like hard
bottom joints that you probably either wear to work if you needed to wear them to work, or you borrow a next man's shoes that he kept in his boot. He had a spare pair.
You have to have that spare, bro. Like a tire, always in the boot.
All the excuses. All the excuses.
I've seen bouncers check man's postcode and be like, sorry. Like,
yeah.
Bro.
Tonight. But yeah, the tweet was, it went, viral, so to speak. And it was doing numbers, but the tweet has now been deleted. I don't know if Madison and Fred have come to some sort of compromise or compensation. But yeah, the tweet is no longer there. And I guess Madison, especially in the climate following last year, don't really want to be associated, discriminating against anyone, and especially black people.
It's peak for nightclubs then, because they've been on this. They've been about this. Like, they all need to be apologizing, basically, if they're gonna follow with like because they all do it. Like it's like, bro, everywhere you go, like
it's just
we used to go or whatever. It's like, bro, that's like so commonplace. So commonplace.
Just a group of guys. You ain't got no girls with you. Do you know what's so mad about it as well? Yeah, you know what is so fucked is that a lot of problems and issues and fights and stuff like that when you're out,
I know you're gonna say,
comes because you're with girls. Man try and move to the girls or something like that. Then you feel like it's your duty to step in or something like that. Bro, if they wasn't ever with you, nothing would have happened. Am I capping or is it?
No, we've seen it.
I think that's part of the reason.
Seen it, yeah. I don't think that's the only reason.
Yeah, I think it is.
No,
it's not. But that happens. Like it's happened.
Oh yeah,
a lot. Like, we always hear about stuff like that. Yeah.
I always hear like from like people who do security and what's like, if it does kick off tonight, like we might not be able to handle things. But I just think like, you're writing off a whole gender. But yeah, it is a form of discrimination which is so accepted in society, which is a bit mad still.
Women free before 10 and
all of that.
Mix.
And I get it, like if the place is full of women, like guys are gonna come in, they're gonna spend more, and if the place is full of
women run this whole thing,
I doubt women are gonna come and say like, this is a club full of guys. But yeah, it's nuts, man. And to think restaurants and Fred paid his £100.
Should Madison's have run the P back? Well, we don't know if they have. We don't know if they have.
Hope so. Yeah, I would feel like they probably have if he's taken it down now.
Maybe they've invited him. Oh yeah, we might
just-
see him turn up there doing the ad.
Yeah.
hashtag
Yeah.
ad. Would you not go? Would you not go back?
No.
What, to Madison's?
If they've taken your £100, parred you at the door, you got dressed up. This is like
I want to see.
COVID as well.
Is it like a lot of places do like you lose your deposit, like, so it could just be their policy. So I actually want to check that out first.
Yeah.
Before...
So that would you go back if they said, okay, so we made a mistake, like, sorry, Fred, we've seen how much clout you have. We invite you to come free of charge, run out the bottles, have a good night.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You know
I don't like that you said. I don't like that you said. I'm seeing how much clout you have. That's pissing me off because that means
that's what it is.
It's only happening because I mean that is why it is happening though. To be being honest,
Rich,
but we're assuming that
Rich,
things have happened in the back.
You wouldn't get in.
No,
not enough clout.
I'm not getting in. No clout.
You ain't getting that email.
That tweet still up. All of that. Like, nothing's happening. It's a techie one. I don't know if I would.
No, I think I'll dig my heels in and just be like, fuck you lot, man.
Yeah.
I'd make them like, sweat a bit.
Example.
Yeah.
Maybe go like in like 2-3 years, new management.
New trim and that.
Because they don't want you there, but this is the thing. It's so common, yeah. Places don't want people like you or people that look like you, yada yada in there, yeah. But man, break their back to get in. It's so sad, like.
You want to be in.
It's a cool place. It's the cool place to be. It's cool to say. You see someone's story where they are at Madison 1, like chilling, like boomerangs. It's cool.
Cheers.
It's cool to say you're in these places. I think to go back to Dan's question and looking at Fred's tweet, the £100 isn't the issue because you can take the £100 and not to say £100 is small money, but in comparison what they could have taken or amounts, it's £100. I think the issue is that you didn't have any women with you.
The issue. Go on, Liz.
My thing is, I'm coming there to spend money, regardless of who I'm with. So me not being with women shouldn't give you the chance to say, yeah, you're not coming in because...
Yeah, you only want me here for my money.
Yeah. But then, because I'm not, appearance-wise, I'm not taking... Whatever the reason is that they need the women now for whatever Dan said before, you're not allowing me in. Like, you can take the £100. Because you're not with women, I'm not coming in. Like, fuck you, look. I'm not coming in.
But for me...
You can give it back, I'm still not coming in.
For me, if that's policy, then that should be mentioned when you're booking.
Long before.
Yes.
Don't just fling that on me when I'm now at the door looking like a donut.
But then what? But then why do I need?
That should be policy. Like, if you're booking, is you got a group of girls as well with you.
That being policy, like, why do I need to?
No. I'm not. No. It should be mentioned.
Right. If that's the case.
If that's your policy. If that's your policy, I'm saying.
They'll never write that in policy.
Should be.
No, because man wouldn't. Because man wouldn't book then.
Discrimination.
But it should be mentioned if you're gonna be when you're booking. If you're on the phone booking. You should say, cool, if is there going to be girls, don't say it, and then when you get there...
I hear what you're saying, Mike.
It's because they can be drawn on it. At work. At work, the phrase is always like...
I don't know, I'm sure I've seen bare places online say, it's
get it on paper. When you put something on paper, it's there.
I'm pretty sure.
We can always find it.
Dress code's usually there, Mike, but I don't hear that.
I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure it's mixed groups.
You've seen that in writing?
Yeah.
100%.
You have to show me that, man.
100%. I've actually put it in group before when we've like done brunch and that. We've tried to put certain places in there. Like, it has to be mixed groups.
Or does thing say?
Not baiting out where, but...
Street. Yeah. Hot them up, man. I think, is it 10?
I'm going to try and look for my emails now and see.
100 Water, 100 Water, I think say that. But Les,
I've got it in front of me.
Yeah, get it on
right now.
Do it over, if you're going to break bad news, do it over the phone.
Yeah, because whatever you say, whatever I say, unless you're gonna bring up phone records and call networks, and ain't no one doing that shit. So when you turn up to the door and you've paid £100 deposit, then I'll tell you, actually, nah, we're cool.
say it to you.
See you later.
And you might not even tweet it, so then it never really happened.
For all we know, Fred could be chatting shit and he's just clout chasing and whatever. I don't believe that he is. I'm not saying that he is, but that's what I mean by get it on paper. But they're never going to put that on the website because they want you to turn up. And if they like the look of you, whatever that might be, you can come in. If they don't, fuck off.
It's a tough one, man. It's so sad. In COVID as well, you can't just bounce around and go to this other place.
Yeah. It's not like
that. You're there dressed up with your new clocks on and that's just
The garms you rented from Selfridges.
Yeah, the garms.
Yeah.
For nothing.
Now they're taking £100. Can't even get that back because you got to pay for the drip that you've rented. It's all peak, man.
Yeah, it's not on, man. I guess listeners, let us know how you feel about. Are we calling it discrimination? Have I gone out on a limb?
No, you haven't. Let's call it spade a
Call it
spade.
what it is.
Discrimination, man.
Discrimination against men is widely accepted.
Yeah.
It's tough, man. Because if you're a group of 6 stand-up guys who aren't predators and aren't MMA fighters who want to fight everyone, life's hard for you still.
His tweet it will be a tweet. It's very brief. So the first part, I don't know why I keep reading it because it's bugged me. The first part it said because we didn't have any women with us, they charged £100. Then he says so black men can't go out and eat. I think you have to be careful.
I hear that.
We say choose your poison.
Right. So is it because you didn't have any women with you, or is it because you are black? Or is it?
No,
it
but
it could be both.
I hear that, Les.
It's
both.
It could be both, right? It could be both.
Because we've thought this. We've been, bruv, not even in our own country, in other countries, we've been in the queue with, on some occasion, a booking in advance and whatnot. And we've seen larger groups of white men go in, or Asian men, or like, man get the queue jump and we're still there acting like, having to act like there's not an issue here when you're just chiefing.
I know the occasion. I know the occasion you're talking.
Yeah.
And from that time, like it's like we've said earlier in this on this topic, we've been through that. We've done it before here or wherever. But that particular occasion made me realize this shit is rigged.
Fam, that one there was flagrant.
This shit is rigged because things were set up, everything was certified. We've turned out.
It seemed cushy.
Seemed cool, normal.
Yeah.
And the joke is we've gone through the extra procedures to ensure smooth entry.
We did extra, like you're abroad, so you need things to go smooth. Like Dan was saying before, it's all new.
Make sure it runs proper.
It's not can't get in here, so we'll go somewhere else. This is it. This is the event.
This is the destination.
So we couldn't
We've actually flown miles here to get here. Like.
Literally.
Now, man, are 12 stops. Like
couldn't get in. But then you've seen same amount, probably give or take a few.
Less well dressed.
Dan, it needs to be said. It needs to be said.
Less well dressed.
That man look like shit, man.
Look different. They've walked right in. Now they couldn't have done any more than what we did, unless they all owned the place.
No, they were on the door. We were like guest list. Like them man went through a different entrance. Like they were just coming in normally. Like,
no, but that's where we should have been though.
So from that occasion, that made me realize this is rigged, and I will never force trying to get into these places. If they say no, let's go. Or even before, if I get an inkling or an idea or a sniff that it might be difficult getting in these places, I'm cool. And I don't think I've ever really tried or forced or had trouble getting into somewhere ever since.
Yeah, there's a man that used to part of us, and he regularly, no, let me speak to him. Let me speak to the. I'm just like,
bro, there's no need. Speak to him about what? He already told you what the deal was. He said you are not coming in.
You're gonna do your little King's Speech, War and Peace. And that's
You think you got special words that's gonna change his mind? He's gonna be like, yo. You know what? I made a mistake. Yeah, you're not coming.
And it's always the man who's not the orator of the group. Like, he's not the eloquent. He feels it within himself to step up front and try and change the head bouncers, man.
That's why I'm cool on that side of it, man.
Yeah, you say this to someone you used to roll with, man. Did you say?
No. Well, he's still alright.
Oh, cool. Let me
So
know.
we'll say his name on the Patreon.
Yeah.
But I am also intrigued as to why the tweet's been deleted. Because if they've patched, if it's me, let's say it's me, if we've patched this up.
Sim, bank holiday weekend next week.
If they've patched this up, I'm saying, yo, get us like a little spot. And then I have to tell
your best tape. Give me your best tape.
I feel like I have to tell people like the result of it. No? Do I need to?
If you've gone public with your like disapproval, keep us informed on the full development.
Yeah, I mean,
because it might have been a genuine mistake. Because being charged, everyone gets overcharged at some point for whatever it is, or charged for something that they shouldn't have been charged for. So if that's the case, come out and say, "Oh, I spoke with Madison. We spoke about whatever, and the charge of £100 was an error, whatever." But that's fine. But try and explain the no women thing and or if it's the both of being black and no women. Try and explain that. For me, if you're gonna come with the capital letters on that first tweet, I need the explanation if the tweet's been deleted as to why.
If you call man out publicly, then you need a public apology, innit?
Yeah.
If you backtrack kind of thing, just in general, it's mad.
Did you see Madison's
Can't diss man in
response
public and then
no.
They responded.
Yeah, they said.
And what did they say?
Due to pressure and whatnot. So yeah, they probably realised what was going on. They said at Madison, our employees and customers come from all different walks of life. We are extremely proud to be inclusive of all heritages and would never deny entry for this reason. On Saturday, we turned away a group of 6+ gentlemen due to the fact they were all male, and as we make clear on the booking, we recommend a mixed group of male and female to avoid entry refusal. This was enforced on all large groups of males.
I mean, if it's said, then fair.
That's the point I was kind of making.
No, because what they say it's recommended, which means there's some angle of discretion.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So it could, you could. These
6 guys are okay, but those 6 guys not good enough. Why are these not good enough?
I want to know which 6 got in.
Exactly. Like I like, man.
Right.
Yeah, so it's down to the discretion on the.
We'll tell you
when you turn up. Yeah, when you turn up, we'll decide.
We recommend.
Yeah.
No. Say like in black and white, but you recommend.
We need that explicit because man, I'm traveling from Quay and
yeah. I like. Come down from Lincoln and that, and you're trying to choose, man.
Man got issues in Lincoln.
Yeah, you're saying I can't be fighting, man, on a Saturday morning. Get down to London, and you're like,
you fighting you doorman. Yeah,
they're not letting me in, bro.
They don't know your struggle, fam.
I'm trying to check it now.
But for me, the issue is like 6 man. To me, 6 isn't even a large number of mixed groups or singles, same-sex groups. It's just 6 man saying, "Yo, you man, I ain't seen you lot in time. Like, let's all go somewhere nice and just have a drink, eat, chat shit." Have a nice view. There's probably gonna be nice girls if you're single, whatever. Just a vibe, music playing. 6 man can't even do that.
Man, I have to go fucking park.
Harvester.
Yeah, I'm just on their website now. Yeah, we advise mixed groups to avoid entry refusal.
But what? I need to know the reasons why. I think I can muster up and think of the reasons why, but.
No, there was a mad fight that went viral in there not too long ago. Sure.
Last year when everything opened, didn't it?
Yeah.
You know what? There were girls with them as well.
Bro, it's my point, bro. Man,
Fam, if man want to fight, man are gonna fight. They don't give a shit if girls are.
What Mama Teresa? Stop it! I know it.
Yeah. Bro, it makes things worse. It makes things worse.
You by your full name and all that. I know him. Like, John Smith. Yeah, come on, man.
It's.
Yeah, Rich. I see what you're saying.
I ain't here for it, man.
Fred, man, let us know, man.
Yeah, we might have to send a DM, man. I need to know the outcome. The outcome is very important.
Yeah.
It is.
But,
It's super important.
I just want to know, whether or not you lot would take the complimentary night on Madison's after they've turned you away.
I don't think I am. No, I'm not. You know what? I'm not. Check
I'm
it.
at a point in my
I'll
life.
go somewhere else.
Yeah,
I'm going somewhere else, man.
I'll
We
flame
need
you
to,
up.
we need to stop doing this, man.
I'll flame you up some more for inviting me back.
Yeah.
He might have a mad tweet coming out.
I'll go double hard and be like, yeah, these pricks invited me back.
Look at the pussy holes now.
Nah, man, I'm cool, man. I'm right.
Or you go there and you stand on the tables and you cause a mad fight.
What's that from? Or do that.
I'm gonna cause a passer.
Start doing something mad over there.
Yeah.
Because you can't be allowing these establishments to be like to run things because they don't.
We can't be bought, fam. That is what you need. We can't be bought.
Yeah.
And look, and that tweet, because I saw that all day, and that was getting retweeted, reposted. I think it was on some of them Instagram blogs or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Like that tweet made some noise, and our noise in this creative space that we're in is louder than like we make that place popping.
Mm-hmm.
I see someone post the other day that they were in Madison's. I was like, fucking hell, people still go here. But people still do that. And we make the place popping. So they need us. So yeah, fuck them lot, man. If you invite me back, I ain't going.
Have man been turfed from Madison's before?
I actually haven't, no.
No.
But just to be honest, when I went, I did go with a girl, so.
I think possibly so, Mike.
Yeah, I've been turfed. Maybe like,
Yeah.
But I think, was there a booking? No, when you get downstairs the elevator, Don's like, no.
That Don with the hat. I know.
Yeah. All right, cool, man.
Yeah. It wasn't as flagrant as Fred's.
But this is what it's fucked. You could book it, bro. Run a P.
And still, there's no promise.
And still go out, walk in there thinking, I'm gonna get in.
That's
so shit.
I've gone. I want to go
shit.
out. I've gone on. They say book a table to like almost guarantee that you're gonna get somewhere to at least fucking sit. Cool.
Yeah.
I'll go and do that. You're thinking, I've reserved a space at a time. Like
it's shit.
You fucking turn up and some prick in a hat at the bottom of the elevator in some weird, not even a shopping mall, whatever.
Yeah,
there's no one down there. It's just him and a fucking clipboard, and he's like, you can't come in. Like
tonight, that's
who the fuck?
Yeah, it's bro, it's so fucked.
It's so shit, man. Fam, that's why I just go fucking pubs and bars. Like. It's just easy.
Yeah.
Hey, this outdoor thing ain't so bad. You can't tell me no. Yeah.
And even last week when we went out, I didn't dress up, but I wore jeans. When I turned up, man, we're in like I don't want to say joggers and tracky to make it sound like, but man, we're like in comfortable, like nice joggers, nice whatever. So the vibe was relaxed, but I put jeans on thinking
I'm going out.
But it didn't need to be that, and the vibe was still cold. Everyone was still chilling. It was a vibe still.
Yeah.
That's what it should be.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah, man. Yesterday when we were debating if we're gonna go up, man, we're like, but I'm in this. I said, bro, we're gonna be outdoors, you know.
Fam, I said that, and that was my learning from being out the week before. I was like, fam, we're outside.
No, you didn't learn too much, though. You didn't learn too much.
Oh, from the fam, I hate guys. I hate
trying to wear coats or nothing. He's trying to firm any weather.
I'm just trying to look good when I'm out.
Yeah.
And I hate wearing big jackets unless I'm going to take it off at some point.
Yeah,
it ruins the look and it's all shit. But that was my learning from the week.
Yeah,
that was my learning from the week before. Is we can go out, have a drink, have a laugh, go to somewhere decent where there's a vibe, and you can be in like nice like track bottoms, a nice little hoodie, jumper, whatever, and just be chilled. We don't have
to.
Where
the pretentiousness of it.
It just gets a bit shit, and that was why I said the comment about just going like to pubs, to bars. Like it's just.
And that's like as I was going to say, like the people dictate the vibe.
Yeah.
But people decide like it's a fuck Madison's thing. We'll go to somewhere where it's chilled and you can go and then there's music and the bar to entry is low, like, and then that will end up being the new popping spot. And that's why I think early Shoreditch was live. because it took away all of the super rich. You don't have to buy this many bottles and have this many spikes on a shoe, or the bottom don't have to be a certain color.
There was options you could pop.
Pop around. Yeah. And that's why I think like early Shoreditch was a good moment still.
But then even that changed after a while.
Yeah. The big wigs getting involved.
Shoreditch used to be mad. Just ram. Yeah, bonkers. What's man on bank holiday though?
I'm off. I'm on annual leave, so
what next week, Les, or the week after?
£25 for all of us.
The week after.
For a deposit.
Okay, yeah.
So next Friday will be my last day at work, and then I've got that week off. Then I go back the following week.
Yeah.
So I did that little bank holiday trick.
The
days.
Yeah. I was thinking about it, man, but
so 4 days you get 8 days, 9 days, or whatever it is in return. So I'm here, man. Let's go.
Let's go. See what Fred Santana says, isn't it? Let's see what Fred says.
Yeah, let man know.
Yeah, man. Madison, hit me up. I got time.
Let's do business.
What else we got on the list, boys?
The list. I don't know. What was the last one?
Had was just about Ryan Giggs, man. Seems like he is on a road where the ending is just a little bit weird. Was charged with assaulting 2 women yesterday. He's accused of causing actual bodily harm to a woman in her 30s and common assault of a woman in her 20s at an address in Salford last November. Shocking developments in his life.
You man's goat is a mess, fam.
What? Leave Wayne Rooney out of this, bro.
Yeah.
Wayne is involved?
Yeah.
You man's boys.
This is just
very,
mad.
Very messy.
And it's nuts. And I guess for those people who don't know, he notoriously had an 8-year affair with his brother Rodri's wife.
I think Rodri recently came out on a podcast.
He's got a good interview.
I put the
James
link in
English.
Oh, is it? Okay, I saw it on YouTube.
Just goes to show you don't take a look at what I put in the group, but
it's rare. It's rare.
Now's the time, man.
Most of the time
it's with James English.
Yeah.
Shut up, you prick. It's cold.
Tough 2 weeks still. So the developments in that, like people knew the story, but then he goes into like more detail, and it's very dark. Very.
is it?
It's crazy. You watched it, yeah? You watched it, all of it?
No, a few excerpts, man.
Okay.
Tell us one of the things. What's one of the maddest things that you hear?
That she was basically doing. Yeah.
What's that? What did you say, Dan? I didn't hear you.
An abortion.
Aye.
So gigs.
Yeah. Shmushmushin. Yeah.
That's something.
She like there was rumors of her doing stuff with like next man as well.
Oh yeah,
but he was kind of ignored it.
Oh, swear.
Ish.
Does he explain why? Or
yeah, to an extent anyway.
Yeah, I'll try to get.
But there was all rumors. It's good, man. It's good. It's good to hear
do you know what it is?
Like Rodri's bled. He's like a lad, isn't it?
Yeah, he's proper. He's been like Joe and that.
Yeah, I remember the.
Not that makes you but he's like that. He's done some stuff like that.
Yeah, I know. He did an advert with Paddy Power where they basically took the piss out of the entire thing.
Funny, yeah.
But when I saw the interview pop up and then this, I kind of even like everything that's happened with him. I'm a bit like, because it's Ryan Giggs and obviously being a United supporter, I'm a bit like I don't want to read into it and kind of disgrace the memory that I have of him. But it's evident that he's a troubled man.
Yeah, massively so.
A lot of scumbaggery, man.
Yeah, real skullduggery. And I was reading some reaction to it yesterday online, and people saying what is this relationship between being elite in, and it's usually sport, elite sports people are just so troubled. And a few examples here, Tiger Woods. He was cold, but was just into all sorts, whether that be extramarital affairs and drugs and opiates and whatnot.
Yeah.
Lance Armstrong, there's just loads. Tyson was
Is it? You know, you say sports because it's in sports, yeah.
Mhm.
I'm just trying to think. Is it because like generally it's a team sport or whatever? You're around like bare man all the time anyway. Whereas if it's like celebrity, like actors or whatever, they're all mixing, getting along. So I don't know whether there's something
what
there.
to do with? So what leading towards?
They're just spending their time with like just bare man.
Alpha males.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can imagine. Yeah,
there's definitely that's got to be an element for sure. We don't really. I don't know. I'm not saying it doesn't happen, but we never tend to hear about it in females, which is just interesting.
Yes.
Like elite women doing some madness, or they've got some whole secret life. I guess some of that's just down to biology, and it's a bit different. But I think, Mike, I think you're definitely onto something. I think it's two things. I think when you are the elite, when you are top 5, anything really, your confidence in yourself, because you actualize, you must feel like you have a superpower.
Braggadocious.
You must feel like anything I want to do, I can do. I think ultimately it's not even being elite at anything. I think particularly in sports, the circumstances will push you even more to probably do some crazy shit just to prove you're the man, more so than say some other discipline. But I think it's power. I feel like if you just have power, bro, like you hear about some of the things that like some leaders in the Middle East do, or like Saudi princes and some of the shit that they can get away with and whatnot. Why can they do it?
When you're at that sort of level, people are treating you like you're fucking royalty anyway.
People don't say no to you.
People are bending over. Yeah, people are bending over backwards for you. Like.
And you can cover a lot of your tracks, and you've got, in a weird way, you've got more chance of being caught, but you also have a lot more power to hide
resources. Yes, I saw that. There was a tweet about that the other day. They were saying like the super rich have the resources to cheat well.
To hide stuff.
Average man needs to be careful because not because it's just bad, but because you don't have the means to.
Power. Like I don't know how long Jay-Z was cheating on Beyonce for, but I imagine it wasn't just the one time. But you can get away with it, and I mean, even in your own relationship, you're like, oh yeah, I got the coldest woman in the world, in Beyonce, but you get me. I want more. I need more. I can do it. I'm the man. I'm big homie. Like, I think it's a power thing, man. Above everything.
It's mad.
Nuts, man.
Power corrupts. There's a funny quote or something, isn't it?
Yeah, was it absolute power?
Corrupt absolutely. Power.
He's not really about, is he? Absolutely. Like he doesn't do like interviews, or he's not on Sky Sports, or is he?
What he so like he hasn't really been doing.
When he manager of what?
He's the.
You're right actually. But
they haven't chopped.
But I don't really see much of that in it. Like
I think they've dropped him, Dad.
Yeah. I know he was dropped from some of the qualifiers previously, and there was like a
notification. But I can't remember exactly what it said. It was like a quick guide.
I'd imagine that in the current world that we're living in, he's on borrowed time, man. And that's not to say that it's a bad thing. But
I think to go back to what Mike said about sport, I think with sportsmen and women, but we'll stick to men, and the difference between, let's say, actors and entertainers. With actors and entertainers, I think you can always be replaced by someone else that can almost do the same thing. With sportsmen and women, and sportsmen in particular, it's a natural talent that only you can do. So there'll only ever be one Tiger Woods. So to go to some of the points Dan and Rich said in the what were you lot saying? I forgot what you guys were saying.
Alpha male power. You lot, let's say you play for a team. Let's say Ryan Giggs, playing for Man United, doing all his fuckery. We need you. We need Ryan Giggs a part of this team. So
we're not gonna be like, you've done all this madness. Like, yeah, you can't be a part
You're
of this
out.
team.
No.
You're out. Nope.
No.
We need you right here to keep.
You got a job to do.
us.
Yeah.
We got Premier Leagues, we got Champions Leagues, we got
Keep
FA
winning these
Cups
titles.
to win for us, to help us win these things. We've seen it 100 times. Rooney and Sir Alex keeping him and saying, like, sort your life out because we need to do these things. Could be a thing if you turn around and tell a man, yeah, like, buzz out because this isn't working. Tiger Woods, different. It's a individual sport, and he kind of got the shit kicked out of him in terms of his status, but he managed to come back. But because you are such a natural performer, things can be hidden. That's what you were saying, that they have the power to hide these things. So you can cheat for X amount of years, but we can hide, if you're a part of a team or you have a bigger team around you, we can always hide these things. So I think that's where a difference between sports and like entertainment is, that with sports, we look at sports individuals very differently to how we look at entertainers.
Yeah, the team's relying on you as well, especially if you're one of the star players.
Yeah, in a weird way, I think it comes down to like your worth. I think that's what Les is kind of alluding to.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
And like I remember Ronaldo having a case.
A
while back.
Yeah.
Disappeared. He's worth too much. He's worth too much.
Yeah.
So I think there's a couple of levels in that. Once you have the power and you like imagine, you whatever you do, you've got mad actual financial worth, but everybody's like, he's the one. Like we can't like not thing without him. Everything I do, you're surrounded by bare yes men. Everywhere you have fixers. You actually have probably like 5
so no job in it.
So actually, these men are employed as fixers. You can do anything. You man sort it out. Or you could be like OJ. You could commit a murder, get a cold legal team, and get like it's different, man. It's different, bro.
There's no people don't say no.
Everyone is there to work for you and to maintain whatever it is that you do.
And I think it creates a world within the world that you are the god of that world.
Bro, when
you interact with other people, like Dan was saying, they're like, no one can say no. Other people would now enter your world. It's not you going back into the real world. Tiger Woods doesn't walk out and he's one of us. It's we have to become accustomed to Tiger Woods' world.
You play by his rules.
You play by his rules in his world. You can't get too close because security telling you bust out. I'm just walking down the street. What's the beef? You don't own this street. So, I think it creates a world within the world, and that's where these men commit their madness and do what they do. And think
because they're needed. It's fucked.
Because they need, and they think this is cool. This is all right because, like Rich is saying, there's fixers. My fixer will fix this within my world.
You know what as well? These people, they also get very used to beating the odds and kind of doing the impossible. These clutch players, like, no, man, there's only 2 minutes left in the game. I reckon I could still bag a goal. Like you must like you've done that, but like how's that not going to creep into your life? Like, let's say I'm saying Mike or whatever. Mike shows up with some new bad thing, like, and I'm out there thinking she's cold, but I'm me.
Mike's face.
Like I'm me. Like I know, like I could probably bag it. I could probably bag it.
No,
like out of like respect for morals.
Not even in the hypothetical world that he's ready to take the L.
But like I'm that's what I do. I defy odds. That's what I do. Like, and
it's a challenge. I guess as well. It's another challenge.
Yeah. It's like men that have like bare sex. They start doing stuff that's out of the box because they've done it all. I do these things. Now. And now I'm just like, I wonder if I can get, my brother's missus. Yeah, probably. I wonder if I can get her to beat next man. I wonder, do you know, like,
it's kind of, and there is that with Michael Jordan as well, isn't it? Like, they say he'd gamble on anything. Like, he'd gamble on the flick of a coin kind of thing.
Everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's nothing is impossible for them, man. Yeah, it's nuts. But yeah, there is a somewhat of a correlation between some like elite athletes and off the field troubles, man. It's mad.
It's nuts, bro.
The
PSG ain't gonna drop out Neymar and say, "Oh, Moise Kean, you're now starting every single game playing that." It's not gonna happen.
No,
it's not gonna happen.
Nah,
it's mad,
no
bro.
way.
It's mad. But yeah, the Ryan Giggs story, man. It just seems to get sadder and sadder, and I'm just like, oh, someone needs to. I don't know who he's got around him. Supposedly, like a few yes men. But yeah, they need to get around.
Do him and Rodri still talk?
No.
What do you
Last
think?
week. I don't. Their situation's extremely weird, so they just might be like, let's not just run down to
no, they don't speak. They don't speak.
Bad couple years.
But I don't think Rodri was against speaking again. But yeah, they don't speak.
They don't speak.
Giggs is like Buki.
He's in his own world, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I get. Yeah, I think it all starts with the individual, because I think you can get to a certain level of success and fame and just be fucking normal. But I think there are some people who are wired differently that it takes over their mental and they become not the person that everyone, not the person that everyone knows or thought that they were.
Yeah.
His career was bare squeaky clean as well, isn't it? And as we alluded to, now I'm starting to think like
things were happening.
Was that manufactured? Were things?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, of course.
I think back then it was more of
the institution support him and make sure certain things don't leak.
Like Jimmy Savile, bro.
Yeah.
Like, everyone thought this guy, lovely guy, helped found Great Ormond Street and all of that stuff.
Protected, fam.
Protected, fam.
Muddy.
Mental.
Crazy.
Mad.
Yeah, man. What were we saying? Bring-ins.
Yeah, what are you man saying, man? Got anything good for me? Still, I don't think I got to bring in.
Well, I might as well bring in that flipping podcast now. Rodri Giggs is on Anything Goes with James English, which we touched on it. It's very good, man. It's good. Touching his life, you get to know a bit more about Ryan Giggs as well. It's cold.
Have you man got one? I think I'm empty still.
I've got a bring in. There's a couple new tunes that came out this week. Listen to loads of new music, but the one that I will bring is a tune by Chika, and Chika. I think it's off a project called Once Upon a Time, and the tune is called Save You.
Peace. Well, my bringing is like a two-part thing. So there is an Instagram page called Side Talk NYC, and it is a compilation of all of the different walks of life from New York, and all the different demographics and everyone that makes up New York and makes it the crazy melting pot that it is. But it's like lighthearted. And quite stupid a lot of the times. But on there is a guy called June Cancun on one of the episodes. It's like 1 minute episodes. There's a guy called June Cancun, and he's like a rapper. I can't remember exactly which part of New York he's from. But he's just got a few tunes, and I downloaded his EP. It's called Spice Girl. And the tune that I'm going to bring in is called Talking Spice.
Okay.
Oh, that sounds interesting still.
Nice.
Check that out.
Rich, what are you saying? Got nothing? Give us
I think it might be a by force thing. I ain't really been watching nothing.
Yeah, don't give us a TV bringing, because the track record's not been great lately.
Big letdown.
Oh, it's loud, man.
Have you watched Justice League yet?
Why would I watch it?
You're a chief, man.
No, do you know what? Yeah, I'm probably not going to watch it. I remember watching a bit of Batman and Superman on the plane. I fell asleep instantly. I woke up and was like, "This movie's shit."
You're on the plane. You're gonna fall asleep.
I feel like 5 minutes.
You're gonna fall asleep.
I might watch it, but I feel like if I keep telling you I'm gonna watch it, it's probably not
You're
live.
not gonna watch it, so don't.
If I can find 4 hours.
Don't bother.
Which unlikely, yeah, probably not, man. Sorry.
You got one, Liz?
I brought my bringing already.
Yeah, no, let's done.
Yeah, I'm done.
No, I'm not. I ain't got one. I ain't got to bring in. Save that maybe for next week.
Cool, man.
Actually, I know what I'm gonna watch. Actually, I probably will do that next week.
Okay.
All right, sweet. Back episode
204.
4.
Beautiful.
The Mandem podcast.
Keep it locked.